Rebis I know there's parts of me. Look, there's parts of me that I obviously miss it. I love having fun on there, and like it can be fun. It's hard when I think the I don't know, the type of drama that has been coming up recently on the server is just something that like I personally just cannot be around. It's just not. It's something that honestly that kind of shit like triggers me. I talked about it already numerous times. I talked about it before when I said that it would happen again, and it happens again, and it happens. You know what I mean? It's different. I've been in this space for a long fucking time. Okay. I've seen it happen, or I've heard you hear shitty things. You know, it's different, I guess, when I was in the YouTube space. If I go to like a YouTube party, go to like a fucking event or something like that, say you hear something about somebody, you know, you hear like this person did, you know what I mean? Like this person is shitty or something like that, right? And you're like, whatever. It's like, I'll never fucking meet that person. I'll never see that person. You go back to your own lane. You stay in your own lane, and you're fucking right back into your own bubble. But NoPixel is different because it's like, whether people want to admit it or not, like everybody is in kind of one big bubble. Everybody's in one big bubble. You know, you interact with all different types of people all the fucking time. It's, you know, so I think it's hard. I think like that. It's hard because of that. It's like you don't necessarily know. I don't know. It's hard though. You can't sit there and say like that, like every egg in the basket is bad, because that's obviously not true. But it's always hard when you share the same space like that, and you're like, who exactly am I rubbing elbows with here? And then shit like that happens, and you're like, oh fuck, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. That shit just it really triggers me, I guess. That kind of stuff specifically triggers me, I think. I think because I come from that kind of background where I had to see it in my own family. I think I don't like seeing it in my like gaming space online. When I get on a fucking GTA roleplay server, I don't want to fucking, you know, I don't want to read about on Reddit the next day about this and that, and I don't know, it shit just really hurts me, I think. So I just tend to remove myself, and I'll go back to variety, which is fine, and it's great because you guys are awesome, and you allow me to do it either way, right? I can switch gears, and I could do variety, and it's great. I could go on the server, and it's great. I don't really rely on either or, so I'm thankful for that. But there's just some cases like that where I don't want to be around it. Don't want to be around it. Don't want to see it. I see it. I get triggered. Then I fucking like, I'm just not about it. Absolutely not. You gotta imagine what, like, I mean, I'm sure people see it, right? You see it on the server. Imagine like what some of these ladies on the server go through on a day-to-day with people who roleplay as their character being an asshole, misogynistic, whatever the fuck the case may be. Like, just a part of their character, you know? Like, sure. Like, every single day. And sometimes they just want to get on there and just fucking roleplay and play the game, or, you know, play even afterwards. Like, we have 7 to 8 ladies in the HOA now that they hang out in the Discord and our Discord, and they just play games, and they just want to play games, you know? They don't want to fucking deal with that shit. They don't want to fucking deal with it. They just want to play games. That's it. I can only imagine, and I feel like I have seen it. I've been told it. It's fucking terrible. So bad. So I feel like, if anything, I feel like some of the, because it's easy to sit here and say like, oh, that, you know, that person's a dick. That person's an asshole, right? They're role-playing a dick. They must be a dick. You know what I mean? Or that person's a dick. They end up being a dick. Oh, they're a dick because they role-played a dick. You know what I mean? I feel like it's easy to say that, but like it's also something else entirely that I think people in prominent positions on the server, because this kind of stuff has happened in a lot of pockets of the internet. It's happened in a lot of different communities. I think that it's just like it, you know, hitting NoPixel is like kind of inevitable, right? But I feel like people that are in prominent positions need to do a little bit better in kind of looking out for people around them. Like if you're in a prominent position on the server, like a gang leader or something like that, I feel like you should be, you know, going a little, you know, you don't have to go like a crazy, like, you know, extra mile or something like that. But I feel like you should, maybe you should go an extra mile, you know, to fucking make sure that the people around you are not dealing with shit like that, and like take on a little bit more of that responsibility, because I feel like it would help the server as a whole. It would help the culture of the server as a whole, you know. And then, because trust me, if I would be lying if I sat here and said that I didn't have like instances where some ladies have contacted me and said, like, you know, this is, you know, so and so and this and blah blah blah, you know what I mean? And I feel like I have a responsibility to, you know, change gears or fucking, you know, say something, you know what I mean? Like it's, you know what I mean? Like it I feel like that doesn't take a lot of effort to do if you're in a prominent position on the server. It would help clean up a lot of things, I think, if people took that a little seriously under their banner, you know. And it doesn't just have to be like gang leaders. I'm just using that as an example because I think that's where I come from, kind of thing. But you know, just any prominent position, I think, because it sucks, because in some of these cases it ends up being people that are in prominent positions and people don't know what to do, and what are they gonna say, you know? Sometimes they don't want to say anything to someone that, or say anything against somebody that's in a prominent position. So they feel kind of helpless and they can't do anything. So I don't know. I feel like that's my speech on that, I guess. That's my that's my rant on that, I guess.